Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you are watching me live on YouTube, unless of course you're not watching me live. Either way, you're watching me, and thank you for tuning in. Just a few seconds ago, we sent out a free push notification to the Locker Gnome app, available for iOS and Android users, and it's free. So if you want to know anytime we upload or start doing a new video on YouTube like this, you got to download the app. It's the easiest way. You can't count on YouTube to keep you connected to the subscriptions. Thank you everybody for joining us, as I usually do every Friday, a live show. This Friday show's a little different, and of course I do a live show every Friday, so long as we get 1,000 likes. One of these days I'll push for 1,000 shares, which is great, because then, you know, more people in your community come along and we become a bigger community. This is the live unboxing of Rebuild Darth Vader. What? Well, that's what you guys voted for. I ended up posting this on Instagram last night and gave you a choice. I said, which one of these things do you want me to unbox? And so many of you said, Rebuild Darth Vader. All right, fine. We'll unbox the iPad mini with Retina display, and you know it's an iPad mini with Retina display because it says Retina right there. I wrote that in so that you would know, but it's true. It really is the iPad mini with a 64 gig space gray with Retina. There's proof right there. I was covering up any numbers that I may need to have covered up. Oh, wait, no, wait, did it say it there? No, it didn't even say it there. Oh, yeah, it does have the ME278LL/A. There we go. 64 gig Retina. If you guys need to really pause the video with the poor lighting in my home office, you can. And I'm about to unbox it. So thank you everybody for joining us, by the way. I ended up getting 7 Amazon gift cards last night, as did 7 of you for signing up to go.tagjag.com/nextdoor. But David Brown is this week's recipient of our Feature Points Amazon gift card. He shared his Feature Points link on social and he tagged me on it. That's the go.tagjag.com/free points that I talk about. So David Brown, I told you to email me. You'll get your Amazon gift card courtesy of Feature Points. If you want an Amazon gift card from us next week, all you need to do is sign up for go.tagjag.com/free points on your Android or iOS device right now, and it's available in the US and UK, I believe, and possibly even another country where other people may happen to live in. Wherever you happen to be tuning in from, we're trying to support everybody. So David Brown, congratulations for the Amazon gift card. We just love giving stuff. We've been doing it for months, giving stuff. I cannot give this away, though. I just sold my older iPad, not old. What would qualify as an old iPad? I just sold my old, the classic iPads. The ones that I was just showing in this channel the other day, if only to get the new iPad 64 gigabyte space gray, Wi-Fi only, not the 4G version at this point, with Retina display, the new one. And this is from the spec sheet, every bit as fast, maybe a little slower because I think they clocked the iPad Air a bit faster. And hang on, I'm doing it. I want to see if we have a box fart, but if I drop it from this height, I may damage it. Oh well. I'm doing this for you. No box fart. Sorry, no box fart. But we do have a non-damaged iPad mini with Retina. This is the new generation. I do believe it is going to outsell the iPad Air for a lot of different reasons. So we have the iPad, right? Look at that. In cellophane and everything. And by the way, I will also be doing the world's fastest iPad mini with Retina unboxing videos, since those seem to be popular and fun. In the box, we also have the AC adapter. Let's see here. Let's see. It is a 10-watt USB adapter. I thought they'd only ship with 12-watt adapters, which I guess the Air came with in other iPads in recent years. We also have the instruction booklet with stickers. I'm assuming, and nobody in the entire galaxy has told me the best use of these Apple stickers. I see them on cars and everything, but I'm not going to do that. I don't believe in marring up cars. Instructions, just in case you can't figure it out. And even, you know, a toddler can figure out a tablet, so what does that say? And then there's the Apple stickers, which nobody seems to have a good idea of what to do with. At least I don't. I've got plenty. We've got a lightning cable. Love lightning, if only because I don't have to do this like I have to do with micro USB. Give me or any old classic USB. I got to find a cable I can use. There we go. Like, you know, you keep trying to stick it in and you can't stick it in, and then you hate sticking things in, especially at night, and you have to turn it over 14 times, and that 1440, I was me combining those two numbers, So that's how it came out that way. Sorry, guys. I just woke up less than an hour ago, drinking my unboxing juice with the rest of the box. So that's really that's all that's in the box, honestly. So I thought what we would do at this stage is take questions from the community related to the iPad mini, the iPad in general. I also have my Air right here just to show you not really a side-by-side bottom on top comparison. Look at that. There we go. I'll keep the cellophane on for now. But there is the already rather amazingly small in comparison to older iPads, iPad Air, and the iPad mini on top. Now, the iPad mini, in general, for those of you who weren't already aware, this new one with the Retina display, the one just released, it, as I said, has pretty much the same specifications as the iPad Air, other than a smaller screen, a smaller usable screen. It looks like a smaller iPad Air, or the iPad Air looks like a bigger iPad mini. Everything is pretty much the same otherwise, other than screen size, and I do, as I said, believe that they increase the clock speed of the CPU on the Air, I'd assume, because it's a bigger screen, so it needs a bit more power. But otherwise, they're equal. Other than in price. The iPad mini is $100 cheaper. It's more portable, and I think this is going to sell so well. This is the iPad mini everybody had been hoping for, honestly. And some people even said this is the iPad that Apple always wanted to design. I don't know if I would necessarily go that far. Some people said that the iPad was nothing more than a big iPhone. Well, we've obviously seen plenty of apps to prove them wrong. I love gaming on the iPad. I really do. The large screen size makes me happy, so I'm definitely more of an Air user, or have been, more so than a mini user. We will see where each one of these devices happens to go inside the Pirillo household. You will likely see them featured in future Pirillo vlogs. So let me go ahead and turn my attention to the community to see what questions you guys might have for me. And by the way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And if you have no idea who I am, or if you don't have any idea what's going on, it's just a live stream of me showing some hardware with, fellow geeks or non-geeks. I love non-geeks probably more than geeks at this point, because they value my perspective on things, and so I'm happy to share my perspective with everybody. Don't get me wrong. And that's the thing. If you like my style, great, because it's my style. It's the way I choose to do things. If you're looking for something a bit more succinct, you're probably wanting to go to another YouTube channel, because that is not me. And by the way, I'm wearing a nice Cobra shirt. Look at that. Got it from staticstuff.com. We're going to be reselling these geeky t-shirts pretty soon. I just got a text message, of all things, from Desmond from T-Mobile. He showed up in various, Android videos we've done on this channel. How did he know? Did he know? Desmond, did you know that I was streaming this live, the iPad mini? He probably did not. Serendipity rules the day. How much lighter is it than the iPad Air? Well, you can look at the empirical specifications. I'm not going to rattle off stats for you right now, but the mini feels just like the old mini. The Air is lightweight, but yes, certainly. I mean, there's less material in the mini. It is substantially lighter. And here's the thing. If it's just as fast and it's $100 cheaper, other than screen size, this is going to be the one to beat. I mean, other than price, and some people would compare it, and they'd be fine in comparing it to something like the Nexus 7 in price, and certainly in platform. But that's what you're getting with Apple. You're not just getting the hardware, you're getting the software, and I'm not a huge fan of iOS 7, but part of that is that gigantic app store and app support that works so well. I mean, it is a fine-tuned machine, or they're continuing to refine that particular part of Apple's relatively rough corners, shall we say. Every company has rough corners, but just kind of going on here. Space gray or white? I am a huge fan. The Nick Styles with, I'm a huge fan of space gray, not really of white devices. And what's the deal with this? Apple, come on. Apple's supposed to, look after details. Black, right? Or I'm sorry, space gray, white. Why don't they ship black or space gray accessories? Why is it always white? It doesn't make any sense. It's Apple. They're just not looking after those finer points, at least as far as I'm concerned. Apple sticker on head, please, asks Eric Dinson. Okay, fine. This is actually, you know what? Here's the thing. This is the first time I will have ever used an Apple sticker in my life. Really. Someone requested it live on YouTube. Here we go. Don't ever post a screen cap of this to Google Plus, because they'll never believe me that I love my Nexus 7 and Nexus 4 and now Nexus 5. Let's go ahead and put the sticker there on the front. Apple app. Can't avoid Apple. No matter what you do, you just cannot avoid it. Is it heavier than your old iPad mini? Nope, feels exactly the same. Chris, thanks. Because of you on Facebook, I ordered an iPad mini and received it last Friday because I bought the 16 gig one. Awesome. Did you guys use my link? See, here's the thing. If you guys buy things online, and I hope you do, I do all the time. Number one, we can hook you up with free Amazon gift cards. Number two, well, you have to earn them, but I can show you how. Two, if you go to Amazon to buy things, if you use our link, we get the credit. It doesn't cost you any more money than what you would spend before, but we get the credit. So it's just a nice thing to do. If you buy things on it, just click a link. That's it. Just click one of the links we share, and that's it, for an Amazon. Or just email me, chris@pirillo.com. I will send you the link to use. It really is that simple. And it's a great way to support the community. So that I can do wacky things on Friday morning, like unbox gadgets. Any other questions? I know we have tons of questions here. Let me check. YouTube Live, when I do this, it doesn't do very well with comments sometimes. Chris, how much did you get for your previous iPad? Not that much, sadly. I just used one of those services where it was just easy to send it in rather than try to resell it. I made enough money to have covered all of the iPad Air purchase and most of the iPad mini purchase. But, I do my best to try to find the right bargain when I resell gadgets, because I don't like holding on to old stuff, unlike some people. I just don't. And plus, these things it'll be worthless in just a little bit of time. This is another reason why I like collecting things like Darth Vader and Star Wars. This will be worth something someday. Although it's not mock. Mint on card. They bent it. I bent my Wookiee! No, I didn't bend my Wookiee. But it's bent. So I may very well rebuild Darth Vader too. Do you guys want to see that in this video? All right. He's a hologram. I am not. It's all white. You'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. I'm not like crying. I'm just saying. It's just a finer point that I think Apple is missing. Hey, and if you think different, cool. That's awesome. I love seeing and hearing other perspectives, so long as we can respect each other for our choices. Unlike some douche on it was on Twitter last night. I don't know if I'm logged in on Facebook here. It's been a while. I reviewed the Air. What was it, last week or the week before, live in Toronto? That video did pretty well. Oh yeah, I haven't logged into Facebook. I was going to show you the screenshot of this guy. He said, "Aren't you too old to play with dolls?" And I'm like, first of all, they're not dolls. They're action figures. And number two, I never really, believed that you had to act like an adult as you grew up. In fact, I feel more like a kid now than I did when I was a kid. Will you put a case on it? Will not put a case on it, but I will be putting a smart cover on it as soon as I can remember where the hell I put the thing. I took it off my old one, obviously. I just bought a 128 gig iPad Air, just like Chris. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I got the 128 gig version, if only because I plan on using this to store videos and record videos, and so I need as much space as I could get. That's my hope, and I figured it was only $100 more than the 64 gig version. You get 64 gigs on top. Well, it's perfect, no problem there. And of course, next year I'll get the new ones. Turn it on. Why do you guys want to see it turn on? I'm just taking live requests, and that request came in from Esteban Gonzalez. See how much battery life we have on this sucker. Here's the thing in turning it on. I don't want to step through the whole setup thing because that takes time away from you and answering questions from the community, which I so enjoy doing. And by the way, we do have that GoToMeeting coming up with the recipient of the Citrix GoToMeeting Apple gift card. Apple was not part of that sponsorship deal, but we had to change the recipient because unfortunately the first person that we said last week, even though he's a great supporter, Nolan, of this community, he was underage, so we couldn't go with him for legalities. So and you will anticipate, or you should anticipate, the other GoToMeeting coming up soon as we can get it scheduled. And here's the thing, that feeling when you have a great idea, you want to be able to share it with your coworkers or clients right away, flesh it out, bring it to life before it leaves your head. But of course, gathering your team together at a moment's notice can be impossible unless you use GoToMeeting by Citrix. It's a powerfully simple way to meet online, and it's very professional. With GoToMeeting, you can connect, brainstorm, and collaborate instantly wherever you or your team are located from any computer, smartphone, or tablet. You can share screens to work together on documents, spreadsheets, and projects in real time. And all you do is just turn on your webcam to turn your meeting into a group HD video conference. It's kind of like meeting in person. And who doesn't have a webcam? Even I have a webcam. Well, of course, duh, I have a It's a great webcam, the C930E. Best webcam I've ever used. We used it recently for a couple videos I did this week. The dogs versus cats, and then yesterday's Pirillo pics with Diana here on the desk, which I thought turned out amazing. Did you see the bloopers at the end of that video? It was great. So we use GoToMeeting in a professional construct to help plan Vlogger Fair, which is going to be my event, or it is my event, really, that I'm producing for fellow YouTubers up here in the Seattle area, where we can connect with each other and our community and potential sponsors, much like Citrix has been for us. So you can start hosting a GoToMeeting in seconds from your computer or mobile device by signing up for a free 30-day trial. No credit card is required to get started. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose? Nothing. Nothing. Visit GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, use the promo code Pirillo, that's GoToMeeting.com, promo code PIRILLO. Any issue on saturation? Here's the thing. I cannot speak to bugs, certainly with hardware. I can speak to software because I'm not going to go into why I don't like iOS 7. You can watch that video separately on YouTube. Some people have had issues with saturation on the iPad mini. I don't know if I'm going to see it or not see it. It seems like it could be very well a hardware issue if it is related to the screen. Duh. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just going through setup as a new iPad. I'm just going to skip a lot of this stuff for setup and then just reset it up later. Reset it up? Can I say that? Does that make sense? Yes, you have to agree to the terms and conditions, or otherwise you can't use it. Not going to add a passcode. They really want you to add a passcode. Sure, I'll use Siri. Automatically send diagnostics. Welcome to iPad. Not the iPad, just iPad. It seems okay. I'd say send me a link, but I wouldn't be able to get to it very easily here. I guess it seems fine. Someone wanted me to take a look at a picture of the beach. And I don't know, I'll have to do more research on this particular bug, but some people were saying that it was a problem with saturation on pictures. I don't know if it's going to crop up immediately or if it's going to be something that I'm going to see over time. So I'm just loading lockergnome.com. See here, any bronies in the audience? Make brony friends with a Rainbow Dash hoodie. Did you know that? Spokelit bike lights put safety and style first, so you can look like you're riding a Tron bicycle. Oh, K9, Doctor Who. Any other Whovians? There's a USB Pet Rock. The Star Wars Darth Vader table piece. He's building the Death Star in snow. Ninja Dental Hygiene. Okay, that'll be fun. Although there's not much color in the... Oh, there we go. There was a Walking Dead Monopoly set. Colors seem okay. I mean, they don't seem bad. It's difficult to say, though. I mean, I'd have to have reference images and do comparisons side by side. Since I just sold my other iPad mini, I'll have to compare against somebody else's. Put the stickers on your Surface Pro. Now, that's funny. Which iPad do you like the most? I'm sorry I'm not reading your names, guys. Daniel Bolgus Johnson said, which one do I like the most? I don't know. I like them equally for different reasons. I like the iPad Air because it's got a bigger screen. I like the iPad Mini because I can palm it like this, and it's smaller and tighter and sharp. It's sharp. In fact, because of the same resolution on different screens, in actuality, the text and images should be sharper on the Mini compared, and we're talking Mini with Retina at this stage, compared to the Air. And it definitely seems sharp. I can certainly see the difference in text clarity on this Mini versus the other Mini. And if that was the thing that held a lot of people back, and I do believe David DeFranco was even saying he returned his iPad Mini because of the sharpness. He was used to Retina display, which is just it's a marketing term for very, very high PPI, or pixels per inch. We can check my Instagram feed, maybe. Oops, if I can spell it right. Can I spell it? I'm wearing progressive lenses now. I don't know if you guys caught that. So I have to, Instagram.com, I have to move my eyes a certain way in order to, or head, in order to see things perfectly up close or far away. There we go. I loaded it just fine. Instagram, even with filters, Things seem okay. Did you guys see that I was bacon the other day? Someone made Diana and me bacon. Seems fun. That looks exactly like I would expect it to look. I guess I'd have to see a reference image before I could pass judgment on anything. Oh yeah, Miley Cyrus was. We were hanging out the other day. She twerked on me. Someone captured that. All right, next question. Whovian. All right, we got at least one Whovian in the audience. Cannot wait till tomorrow, Day of the Doctor. Woo. I should be drinking out of my TARDIS mug. Sorry, I have to lean over in order to read the comments. How does this tablet compare to the Nexus 7 2013? Is it better? Better's relative, dude. And here's the thing. Is it better? In price? No, it's more expensive. In terms of ecosystem, yes, it is absolutely better. In terms of image quality, I don't know. I haven't done a direct comparison yet. So it depends on what you're trying to compare. You can't just say one is clearly better than another. It just doesn't work that way because we're talking about different platforms. Hell, you even asked me which one's better. Depends. Just assume anytime you ever ask me which one's better, okay, 99 times out of 100, I'm going to say it depends. Depends on what you want. Is the viewing angle good? Seems decent. I'm not even at full brightness and I'm seeing things okay. Yeah. Seems clean. I'm holding it to the side. No issues there. I mean, granted, the prime viewing angle is straight on, but even at a tilt, seems quite fine. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of my content on here. Otherwise, I'd be able to display a bit. Oh, yes. You get free... Look at all the free apps you get. Like, out of the box. If I can... Okay. Now, the screen, sorry, is too bright. Let me make it happier for your camera or the camera in front of me. All those free apps, including all the Office apps. Which should have Microsoft running scared. Because of simple features. iOS 7 is like touch, so much features, yet laggy. iOS 6 is like stock Android. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not a fan of iOS 7, though, and they need to continue to refine it. Even with the tweaks they've made with point revisions, it's still, I see so many frame drops. Can you compare the Mini to the Nexus 7 screen? I could, but I think you're going to find them to be pretty close. In terms of text sharpness, in terms of what most people are going to perceive, dude, if you just want to browse the web, that's it, and you're not keen on noticing finer points in transitions and animations and smoothness, I think you're going to be fine with the Nexus 7. That being said, I do believe that Safari operates far more smoothly on iOS, even iOS 7, than does Chrome right now on Android. But here's the thing. Google is constantly improving Chrome to the point, in fact, to the point where it's getting better and better and better, as is Android, in terms of responsiveness and software. The thing about that is I saw Chrome Google just released a new version of Chrome the other day, which should improve responsiveness in Android. That's what I read, but I have not had a chance to check that out personally. How can I get a TARDIS mug, asks Brian Comfer. Check out the video we did, the Girl and Geek Guide video we did yesterday. There's a link in that video's description. Play Clumsy Ninja. I just saw this yesterday on, I think I've even downloaded it in the App Store. It's the first app featured in the App Store that has a video preview. I don't know if you saw this. Let me get there. Okay, Clumsy Ninja, editor's pick. Now, normally, let me turn down the brightness on this one too. Normally, you'd have screenshots, but now you've got a little play button. It plays back a video. And Clumsy Ninja is the first app to do that, just FYI. I've been waiting for that to happen for years. Wonder why no touch sensor on iPad, asks Nelson G. Quinoez. He's talking about the Touch ID sensor that you would find on the iPhone 5S today. I think it comes down to cost and manufacturing, and those two things combined. That's it. And I do believe that the Touch ID sensor will eventually come to the iPad. It's just going to take some amount of time, really. Cost and infrastructure. Like, if you can't get imagine if a supply was constrained because they did not have enough Touch ID sensors. Or imagine if it was $50 more expensive. Whatever it happens to be, Apple would have to keep that in mind. So eventually it'll make its way in when costs are lowered and when they know they have enough in stock to be able to fulfill demand. And demand is certainly high for this stuff. Bacon or coffee? Don't do this to me. Don't make me choose. Both. I want to say it, both. Bacon and coffee. Is it bacon lube resistant? Asks Mr. KLC 1974. I'm not going to find out. The bacon lube will stay safely in its container. iPad mini or Nexus 7 second gen? I think someone's got a short attention span because I kind of already addressed that. Sorry. Unless you tuned in, in which case I already addressed that. You can rewind the video. I bought a Kit Kat at Rite Aid. Well, congratulations. I'm still waiting for Kit Kat to be pushed out on my Nexus 7. In fact, I don't think I'm going to be doing a comparison between the iPad mini Retina and the Nexus 7 2013 until I get Kit Kat on it. If only because I want to make sure I have the latest OSs from each one of the platforms, or device manufacturers, I should say. I don't want to belabor, any more points further than I already have. Thank you again for paying attention and tuning in. I'll take maybe one more question from the community before I wind this up. I wanted to once again thank you for your undying support. I'm not going to unbox the rebuild Darth Vader for you right now, though. I'm going to have to save that maybe for another time. Maybe off camera, because I don't think people are very excited about a grown man unboxing toys. You might be. I would not know. But if you are, that's awesome. We'll get along swimmingly. All right. How are your wife's daily headaches? She's doing well, or better, at least. Proximity sensor on iPad. What? Not sure what the question was there. But it may have been a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to get just at least one more good question before I round this out. Did you just connect your edition of an article in front of the name of the iPad? It's great you guys are asking questions, but you got to be able to word them in a way that I know what you're asking. I don't know what you're asking. Okay, now you guys are having fun with me, which is great. I love we'll have fun with each other, no problem there. Review of Nexus 5, it is coming soon. Mini Retina or regular Mini is worth the extra money. Oh, if you're asking that, now this is the last good question related to the iPad Mini. This iPad Mini Retina versus the original iPad Mini, is it worth the difference in cost now? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If only because of all the improvements they made in the hardware. Not necessarily, the shell. It looks exactly the same, but higher resolution display, faster processor, internals have been upgraded. It is a better iPad Mini, and it is absolutely worth the extra cost if you want an iPad Mini. I say splurge. You will absolutely be happy with that decision if you want one. If you don't want one, you're not going to be happy, and I can't make you happy. Only you can make you happy. And if this video made you happy, even though it sounded like I said video, it's really video. If it made you happy, thanks again for remembering to like, comment, share, subscribe. We really appreciate all the support you guys give us, and appreciate you appreciating us, because it's just a whole appreciation thing. It's the whole be thankful, and tis the season, and you believe that Santa Claus exists. That's good, because I do believe. I believe. I also believe in fairies. You clap if you believe in fairies. The fairies. That fly around. Legend of Zelda, man. I needed a fairy every time I needed to recharge. Tine? God, You know what a tine is? Do you know? That's the word of the day. Leave tine in a comment here below if you watch this video all the way through. Do you know what a tine is? I bet you've used a tine and you didn't even know it. You're going to have to Google it. T-I-N-E. T-I-N-E. Tine. Use a tine today, and then point out the fact that it's a tine to somebody who has no idea what a tine is. So, until next time, we'll see you later.